Hi, this is Dawn Wilson, Senior Sales Director, coming to you live from my outside office in my backyard. You can see Pink Caddy in the background. Well, oftentimes I'm asked by all of you consultants how I pack for my parties and stay really organized. So I thought it would be helpful. I'm a very visual learner, so I thought it would be helpful to actually show you what I do. And one thing I feel is really important is that you don't come in looking like a pack mule. You need to make this business look simple and fun. So I really make it a point to just come in with 2 bags and I make it easy. When I was first exposed to this opportunity, if I saw a consultant hauling in tons of bags, I would just said, nope, this is not for me. It would have looked like too much work. So kind of keep that in mind. Well, the first thing I wanted to show you was how to keep track of your samples. I like to do a lot with color at appointments, so I do like to have all my color samples on hand. So what I have used is I used to have the Mary Kay color carrier that you can purchase off of MK Connections, but it broke on me. So then I just transferred everything into a notebook, like you see here. It was actually one of my kids' notebooks from school. You can buy these vinyl pages right off of MK Connections, and they'll hold your lip colors and your eyeshadows really handy for you. So this has been my color book for years. I do love it. However, it is kind of bulky and was one more thing to carry. So recently I have switched over to something many of you had shown me, and was just getting a small notebook like this, and then taking your eyeshadow samplers and just hole punching them in them and having them in the book so that you can flip through. So this is what I've been using recently. I find it's easier to carry, and I can slip it right into my starter kit bag. And then I carry my lip samplers. You just get a key ring. They already come with a hole punched in the top, and then it tells you the name of the sample there, so I just carry those. And again, those just slide right into my bag, so that's really simple to do. Another thing I like to do are these. This is the eye looks, showing how to apply your eye color, and I've just printed these out as a postcard. You cut them up into 4, and I give those when we're teaching makeup application, so they understand where to put the different colors on their eyes. You can also use this as a looks card, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes, and stick your samplers on the back, so it kind of does double duty. So I carry those with me as well. All right, so that's how I do my samples. Well, the next thing, I do use the Mary Kay starter kit bag because it's so cool. So you've got your big bag, and then you've got the insert right here. Okay, now I pack these. I do keep them separate. I don't put one inside of the other. I do find that I need 2 bags for the things I take, but it makes it easy so that I can walk in with 2 bags. So the first bag is the outer bag, and I pack this for everything I'm going to need to set up the table. Okay, so in this bag you will find, well, first I'll show you, this is my hostess gift. So I always have a little thank you gift for my hostess. I had gotten this idea from another director. It's just a cello bag with my business card on the bottom to make it flat, a couple pieces of candy, and then in mine I still had some of those little translucent powders, but you could pull anything out of a PCP gift. The mini ultimate mascara in there for her to use, and then I have a Skin Vigorate brush. Okay, just the brush head. You realize when you're purchasing those, they retail at $15. Your cost is $7.50 for 2, so $3.75 for that. And then she can use the Skin Vigorate brush at the party, which I'll show you in just a moment, and keep her extra brush head here. She's sure to buy a brush, and everybody else gets to see it too. Just tie it with a pretty ribbon. So that's her thank you gift. That's what I do for her. Then I'm just going to take this apart for you. Just have a little container for cotton balls, sponges, Q-tips, that sort of thing. My Mary Kay disposable face cloths, a container for all my pens. My Mary Kay trays go in this. Now mine are the older trays, but whatever tray you have, they fit in the bag, just as many as I need. And then my travel roll-up fits right in there too. So that just goes up and down. And then in the travel roll-up, the way I pack mine is I do demo the Miracle Set at all of my parties. That's what we do. So I've got the cleansers and the moisturizers in the top pocket. Second pocket down is eye makeup remover, my day-night solution, whatever eye cream you choose to demo. Right now I'm using the firming eye cream, and then the new Voluform Wrinkle Filler. That's something new I'm showing. Third pocket down is my satin lip set and microdermabrasion, which I'm usually demoing on their arm, and foundation primer, which you want to make sure you're doing, of course. I do also have an Indulge Eye Gel in there, so sometimes whatever products that you're using at your appointments. And then the bottom pocket is like my Glamour. Those are my mascara samplers, facial highlighters, bronzers, the makeup finishing spray, eye primer, and I will show you a trick with mascaras is so that you can keep your demo straight, but it'll also make your mascara last longer, is to break the wand off of your mascara demo, and then you're just putting the disposable applicators down in those. So that's what comes in the travel roll-up, and that's everything that I need. I work out of this bag at every single party so that I can romance the bag, that they're going to want it, and it keeps everything I need in one place. The other thing that I have in my bag are just all the handouts and things I need for my party. So they just fit in the pocket down inside. I do like using a flip chart that I have made that you can get a copy of if you would like, and or your instructor's guide, whichever is convenient for you to do. And then I just use these little envelopes that we get at every single company event that we go to, that our welcome packet's always in. I save these and then reuse them to use at my parties, and this just keeps everything really visual. They're clear. I can see what they are, and I just kind of separate things. You can buy these like at a Staples or office supply store too. So in this packet I have my referral sheet that I use at every party, and then some recruiting packets in the back. In another pouch I have my profile cards and my beauty books, so that way I can just go in here and dole those out when I'm setting up for a party. Then I do like working off of a set sheet or a placemat at the party, so I have those in there too. You can either laminate these, or I tend to change mine frequently, so I just have them in clear sheet protectors. So I've got the set sheet on one side, and then my Party Choices flyer on the other. So if there's any of these handouts that you would like to have that you don't have, just make sure you email or message me on Facebook, and I'll be happy to send those to you. And then I just keep a lookbook or two. I don't give everybody at my parties a lookbook. We work out of the beauty book, but I do have those just for referencing color samples, that kind of thing. So they just all go in that pocket inside this bag right here. That just all sits in there, so it's easy access for me and easy to find. So that's everything to set up my table. So that makes it really simple. And then I use the other bag, the bag that comes inside of your starter kit. This is the bag that I'm working out of at the party. So it's either sitting in a chair next to me or sitting on the floor, because I'm using it quite frequently. So I do keep my foundation samplers in this. This also came off of MK Connection, so I find it really easy. So these are all of my liquid foundation samples, as well as my CC creams are all in there. And again, this is up to you what foundations you choose to share at your appointments. I have the most popular shades in tubes, and then everything else in the little foil packets that we can get. So so I do have all the shades. I also carry mineral powder foundation with me as well, though, but instead of carrying the big jars, I have these cute little jars. I think they're really for keeping beads in, or things for crafts. You can buy them at any craft store. I just read the shades in a Sharpie on the outside, so I know, and they lock together. So the bottom for one is the lid for the next. They just screw on. So I just fill those out of my full-size samples that I have open, and just do that, so it's a lot less to carry. Then everything else I keep in these little vinyl bags, again, that some come in with your starter kit. Others you can purchase off of section 2 on the Mary Kay order form. So I have one bag that's just filled with my botanicals in case I need those to give to someone. I have another one that just has fragrance samplers in. So you see, I like everything clear so I can just see it and identify it. So these are just going down in, you'll see I emptied out the middle pocket, and these are just down along the side here. I have another that just keeps all of my applicators, so my brushes. I do like using full-size brushes for using brushes to apply their color cosmetics. I find that's better than using a cotton ball for the cheeks. So you can either use the little brushes that come with the compact if you need to, or as you're able to, just get the full-size brushes off of section 1. You know, it is a tax deduction. So I have the blending brushes, the crease brushes, and cheek brushes, as well as sponge tip applicators. I usually do still use a sponge tip for applying their base color. Then I'll use a brush for the blending, and then your mascara wand demo. So all of my brushes are in one bag. Then I have another bag with brushes for the mineral powder foundation. Okay, so they go in another one. Then I have another one with lip gloss samples. So I do usually use a full-size lip gloss as my demonstrator, and as long as you're just scraping it on the tray and she's not applying it directly to her lips, you can do that. So I've got a lot of colors open. You don't have to do all that. As a new consultant, I'm usually giving you a sheet with just a couple of shades that I recommend that you have that works for everyone, so you could do that. And what else? And cream eyeshadows in another. So again, as a new consultant, you're probably not going to have all of these products, but over time you very well may. And you know, just keep them separated that way. Oh, you're never rooting and digging through your bag looking for things. The other thing that I now do is I create my own looks cards. Did you know that the back of your eye color samplers is a sticker, so you can peel that off and stick that onto an index card, or like I was saying, I make those eye looks cards now, and that's on one side, so they've got the instructions and then they've got their samplers on the other. You can just pull looks out of the lookbook, looks that you find on InTouch by doing the virtual makeover, and sometimes I'm just sitting you know, watching TV and just putting color samples together and just come up with my own looks that I put on a card. So there's no rhyme or reason to that. I just put them together, and then I have that for my sampler. So that would also avoid having to carry all the individualized samples if you didn't want to do that. The other pocket of this bag is where I keep my satin hand set, and I think it's important to use a full-size satin hand so that they can see the size of the product. You'll sell a lot of these if you're sharing that at your appointment, so I do encourage you to do that. And then again, I have a full-size brush set open, and this is what my hostess gets to work out of. So it's a way to really romance the products that she's using them, and the guests are getting to see that. And you know, if you show it, you sell it. So I do have, got it upside down here, I do have a full-size brush set fully stocked. So I even have the liquid foundation brushes in here, so everything that we use, so that she gets to try those. And then this is sitting by her place when she comes in to do the party. And then on the other side, I've got the mineral powder foundation brush, and then the Skin Vigorate brush without the brush head on that. So I'm going to let her use that. She's going to use the brush head that came in her hostess gift to do that. So it's fine to use this and just keep putting the new brush heads on it. So just an idea for that, you don't have to do it. As you probably already know, in this brush set, this bag comes out. So that is empty when I start the party, and then I just use this bag. I fill that with all the dirty brushes from my party when I go to clean up, and then it's really easy when I get home in the office, and I can do it, or my office assistant knows where to go and get all the full-size brushes that need cleaned. So that just goes right beside my satin hand set in there for my hostess. Now on the outside pockets, I use those for my business cards, or in a container on the outside. Also, I don't carry my purse into my appointments, so I've got my cell phone and my car keys, in those outside pockets there too. And the final thing that I have is my Mary Kay office. Now, this is actually a bag from 31, and I think it's their cosmetic organizer bag that I found, but it makes a great in-home office or traveling office for you, so you can do that. I again got this idea from another sales director. I can't take credit for it. The other bag that would work really well for this is the bag that you can find on MK Connections that's for our At Play line, so that would work too. And I love it just because there's the little vinyl pockets in here. So this is what I'm going to close with. So in one pouch I've got my sales tickets and my calculator. Then I've got pens here. I've got my business cards and my hostess program here. And then in this pouch you could have anything else that you're handing out if you've got coupons or your hostess flyers are bigger, whatever. The sales director that I got this idea from, her tablet actually fit down in here, which I thought was a great idea. My tablet's a little too big, so it doesn't fit, so I'm not able to do that. But this is everything that I need, and it had handles with it, so I can just pick up and go, when I go to close. So that's on the outside pocket, along the outside of that bag. Then I also normally carry a couple of samples of the Time-Wise Repair, and those go along the outside as well. And that's just in case I have someone that this would be more appropriate for them. Maybe I want to send them home with the sample to use. So that's it. That's how I pack for a party. So it's super easy to do. I can just look at my bag and see what I need to restock. And the one bag sets up the table. The other bag is what I work out of with all my samples at my appointments. And the final thing I wanted to show you before I close out the video is just how I take my inventory to my parties. Now, normally I'm keeping my inventory in the back of my car unless it's very, very hot or very, very cold that it could melt or freeze. But the large majority of the time where I live, I'm able to keep it in the car. Now, I don't go hauling everything I own to the parties, but I do make sure I've pre-profiled my parties so I know what skincare formulas there are. So I'm going to take a miracle set for everyone there, as long as some satin hand sets, and a few of the supplements like microdermabrasion, eye makeup removers, things like that I know I'm going to need, as well as my color inventory. So I'm just showing you a picture instead of carrying out the whole bag. I do really like working out of the color carrier that you can get off of MK Connections, and that would be something I encourage you. Be a star consultant. Get one of the vouchers as your star prize. That's how I earned mine, and then you can get it for free. So this bottom one holds all your pencils, eyeshadows, powders, things like that, and then the top bag here is for your mineral powder foundations, lipsticks, lip glosses, that kind of thing, and there's 4 pockets on the top. So these are a really good investment for carrying inventory, and all of the color inventory that I keep in stock fits in these bags, so that it stays in there all the time. Another alternative to that, if you don't want to get this bag, is fishing tackle box. Just take some products with you to make sure they fit in, but for years before Mary Kay came out with these bags, that's what we used. Now, they also have a larger carrier. I'll show you that on the bottom. I have that, but I've got to be honest with you, I don't use it too often because when it's full, it does get very heavy. What I found that I like that works best for me, again, this is from 31, and I'm not really promoting their company. I do like these bags, and they work well. So you could find anything that's comparable to this that it would work. So it's just a bag, you can see it, and then I got these little cubbies. I believe they sell these too. I had just got mine at the dollar store just to make some division in there, and so what I put in there is the products that I take with me. So I've got I'll either pack 1 or 2 of these bags depending on the amount of product I need to take. So my miracle sets go in there, my satin hands, my eye makeup removers. The reason I like this is just because it's open on the top. So you can flip the trunk, look in, eyeball what you need, and just pull them out. So it makes it really easy to just fill orders really quickly, just because you can see what you need and you're not having to move product around or anything like that. I just put a few of the Mary Kay bags on top of that, that I use to fill the orders. So it's super super simple. And you could even leave a bag like this packed all the time with your inventory in it. So it's packed, you just have to pick up the handles and throw it in the back of your car. If not, and you're filling reorders in your office, again, you can just eyeball and pull out what you need. So it makes it really easy. Again, like I said, I'm all about simplicity. So I hope by getting to see what I did really helps to give you an idea of how to pack your bag. And like I said, at any questions, just be sure to contact me and let me know, and I'll be sure to explain further. Thanks for watching.